Now, I recognize that people in the community feel like property taxes are going up. 75% of the property tax increase that we're feeling here in this city last year comes from one source only. It's the increase in property tax, in the state's property tax, that it taxes our local citizens to pay for public schools in areas other than in Austin, Texas. 75% of the increase. And don't look at AISD as being an irresponsible party, because they're getting less dollars from every taxpayer today than they were getting 4 years ago. But meanwhile, the state's take from the citizens of Austin with its property tax increase, that's the egregious element. It is the state's property tax taxing our citizens to pay for public schools that is virtually the single cause for what people in this community are feeling as the increase in property taxes.
It's often referred to as Robin Hood, which is robbing from the rich and giving to the poor. The idea that you take from people who have more and give it to those who are less fortunate. And that's a principle that the city of Austin has more or less endorsed in our own policies. We're doing it in everything from subsidized housing to living wage policies, et cetera. And all of a sudden, when the city of Austin is on the other side of the equation, and the state is looking to the city of Austin and identifying the city of Austin as a rich school district, as a rich city, and asking for some of those resources to be redistributed to the rest of the state, then all of a sudden, I guess it's not such an attractive principle. So I'm not defending the Robin Hood system. I don't know that it's the best way to make sure that kids in Texas are educated, but it's hard for me to reconcile the difference in ideological approach on when it seems like the city has no problem in applying that same ideology to a lot of other policies that we put in place. And to be honest, it's the same way, the way that you feel right now is the same way that a lot of my constituents feel. They feel that the city of Austin has identified them as so rich that they have extra money to give back to the city to the tune of, an extra $100 just in this year's budget alone.